Alright, so a short little disclaimer before we start this video. I'm recording this intro after I played through the entire game, and I really need to warn you that this is where it starts to pick up. This is where it starts to get scary and spooky, and more than some people can handle. And I really need to stress this warning. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit this website, and I'll link the link for that website down in the description below. Now please, if you suspect that you may be one of these people that this warning applies to, or you suspect that you may not have a safe experience playing this game, please leave this video now. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I consider going to her house to wake her up, but decide that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently roll it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Will, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that have all the poems we're performing. At the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again, that dummy. What? What was that? That wasn't part of the game. Okay, I don't know what that was, but we're just gonna move on. You think on days like this important? You think on days this important she'd try a little harder? I'd say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing it's really not that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Will. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all, but I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez, you don't know the full story after all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but suddenly I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought that too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. A poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. What is that? Ah, what is this? Reading a poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Well, what's wrong? Ah, nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written, but more than that. I changed my mind. I'm going to get Sayori, so, well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. I'm going to check and see if music is supposed to be playing. Okay, there is not supposed to be music. Alright, so I'm just going to go back to where I was. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least just wait for her or to wake her up. Even that simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they've always been. That's all she needs, and that's all I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I didn't expect an answer because she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. This really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter a room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Say, oh my god! Oh my god, what? What's going on? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sarah wouldn't do this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sarah I would be there for her. I know. Oh my god. I know I told her what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How can I be so helpless? What did I do wrong confessing to her? I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. Why would I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? It's my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything. If I had just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like it had always been, then I could have prevented this. I know how I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. There isn't some game where I can reset and what? Maybe I should. Maybe I should do that and try something different. I only had one chance and I wasn't careful enough, and now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I couldn't do what she needed from me, and now I can never take it back. Never, 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 never. The end. What the what? That's screwed up. Is it trying? No, this isn't 10. Load game. Okay, you can load the game. What is this? Omega A. Good. What the what? What's happened to the music and the characters? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. Wait, is it replaying? Her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Blue, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of... It's the same thing it's always been. Whoa, what the... Oh my god, go, 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 go! I can't... It's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Is this guy not realizing something's a bit off? Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I tell myself it's about time to meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content with games and anime. The school day is an okay, this is all the same thing. Well, Monica! Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Oh, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand out all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounded kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. Of course there's 3. Sayori isn't there. Sayori's dead. But it's back in time, so Sayori hasn't died. So, wait, Sayori couldn't have died because she hasn't died yet in this sequence of the game. Something's off. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members keeps her manga collection in the club room. This is 6 days before she's supposed to have died, so she can't be dead yet. Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Will. I mean, you just lost your best friend. How can you be... Okay. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least visit my club, it would make me really happy, please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how can I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could go check it out. Awesome! You're really sweet, Will, you know that? It's nothing really. Shall we go then? I'm looking for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica in an irresistible smile. Not a cupcake this time. I timidly followed Monica across school and upstairs. Okay, we saw that. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? Whoa, a guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Will. All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. I thought that... Nope. And it's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears more mature and timid, has a hard time keeping up with someone like Sayori and Natsuki. Now it just says Natsuki. It's really nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Will in a classroom, and then he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was just going to, well, you know, make cupcakes. Sorry, I didn't forget that. I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Will? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens up the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But make school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. 6 different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard just to find these 2. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of us before sitting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hey, don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Will, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately glanced something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Well, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, I guess Nazi's eyes darted for me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Nazi? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Natsuki and Yuri looked quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Will? Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said that I was joining this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought, The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Will. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation, and besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed, so if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Did you really mean that, Will? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Well, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Well, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Well, yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. And who am I walking home with then? With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? What's that? Okay, things I like about Papa. I like when Papa comes home early. I like when Papa cooks me dinner. I like when Papa gives me my allowance. I like when Papa spends time with me. I like when Papa asks me about my friends. I like when Papa asks me about anything. I like when Papa asks me about gives me lunch money. I like it when he comes home before sundown, when he cooks, when he gives me privacy, when he doesn't tell me how to dress, when he doesn't comment on my friends, when he doesn't comment on my hobbies. I like it when Papa comes home without waking me up. I like it when he keeps food in the house. I like it when he uses inside voice. I like it when he leaves my stuff alone. I like it when When Papa accidentally drops coins in the couch. I like it when Papa is too tired to notice me. I like it when Papa is too tired for anything. I like when Papa is too tired for anything. Okay, so of course there's only two girls here. But just because we reached this point does not mean we're stopping here, even though we usually do. We're going to put more into this episode, because it's only 20 minutes long now. We're going to see what happens next, because I cannot wait 2 more days to see what happens next. I'm sorry. Hi again, Will. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Haha! Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange. Okay, well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging. What the... Thanks for keeping your promise, Will. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like you deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you just come here to hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Not, I can't see the text, though. Natsuki's certainly big mouth for someone who keeps manga in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Will. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Natsuki, Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glare. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I really can't say no either way. Like you say, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. Only want to try to be a part of this club. So if I don't even read often, I'll be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How's this girl being so cute? She picks out books I think you might like. Same. Well, you can read out your own pace. Now that everyone's settled in, the camera view changed a little bit. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It seems like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she knows me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. Yuri. But that only makes her face hide deeper in the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how can you have 2 copies of the same book? When I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me. She bought 2 copies of the book because she wants to read it with you because she likes you. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well, I looked at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment version. This is different than before, when she told me about it. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. It's more than a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not to think about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark... No, it didn't sound like it was going to be a nice story. Not this time. So that dark tone came from nowhere. To each their own. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Will? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot. What's she say? Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just this kind of story. It challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective when horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know why I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly... Oh, it doesn't say it in the history. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it. Alright, whoa, yes. And then you don't have to, but, what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slipped in the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to, that is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open up the book and start the prologue. I seem to understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feel is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking over at her own book. It looks as if she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just breathing in the feeling of your body heat. Yuri, you do apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to, sorry. I didn't really mean to, sorry. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more closely. Wait, what? I hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess that makes it a little bit difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds it on the side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, and I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb until it flips to her side, but I'm holding it like this. We're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and if she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you're being so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue reading the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a bit. What's happened to her smile? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses everything she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is my breathing. Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to listen to her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just needed some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Well, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say that I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, no, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri does this sometimes. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while. So I simply figured we'll get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, I make a mental note of where I left off on the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I share my poem to first? Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know that I'm putting in some effort. Hi, Will. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Will. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Will. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations so low. That way it almost counts when I put in some effort. Oh, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But I guess that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you need. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced around my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, the kind of style that has gotten really popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing and words between the lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Was that the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes line exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right, though. Why am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. That is actually my first time, really. This is actually my first time, huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of my poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try and make their styling very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that separates from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different styles and skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice. And learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki's can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? Hell. Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily if that's a rare opportunity. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light, the tendrils of my hair illuminate the breath of the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's really pretty, That's a relief. I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something down a little more mild. Something easier to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Will. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did just glance over it, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and emotions in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was real impressive, too, so... Nah, if anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Will. Me too. Should I show my poem to next? Natsuki. Whoa! Well, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, you expect me to believe that you actually put some effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in some effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I kinda like that. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like. I do like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Well, isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like to tell when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it really puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor with from the last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper in their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Yuri dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say that it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't sound nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Will did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Will liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new club member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Will appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way and make everything you do over cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's... Natsuki! Natsuki, this doesn't involve you! Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me, look who Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for some of your mental age to comprehend. See, just saying that proves my point. Most people... What is going on? What is happening? Hey Will, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They shouldn't have tried to get you involved. I'm sorry, I had to skip all of that because of language. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Haha, some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I wish I was able to be a little bit more assertive sometimes. But I never had it like me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear, well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with palms on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did. Well, please don't hate me, please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home right now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I just didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Will. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have much of a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really... Whoa! Okay, I had to show you this one. What is going on? That was a bit weird. Another day passed and it's time for the club being ready. I've gotten a little more uncomfortable here over the past few days. Comfortable, but not me. Anyway, entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. The usual scene? That's pretty usual. Welcome back, Will. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or is it Yuri's expression, but it's not her expression, it's her side. But the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glanced over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls her to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you're considerate and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems, but whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person, and now that you're apologizing, I know that you really didn't mean it. Will, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm glad you're such an understanding person, and I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's brighter with you around. Sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was just kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken aback by how calm Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jesus isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said, and I'll do my best to stand under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Geez, what's on your mind? I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway if it makes you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried about me or anything. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was in study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. It made no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't where you played music. Don't give me much more credit than I deserve. Okay, we've seen this. I'm working on a song, but it's not what did you say? Well, I am working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe, once I get better, a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Will. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't put any pressure on you or anything like that. Don't worry, I didn't mean to. I guess I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose not to bring up anything the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki's already run off into the closet. Well, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. Yeah, definitely. I planned on it anyway. Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason. Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy. Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this. Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls out a copy of out of her bag. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much, excuse me. If there is one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea, not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small picture from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Now she hands me the wire picture. I'm going to plug this into the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the wire picture? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Picture in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Did Yuri leave you again? No, it's not like that this time. She's just filling up the wire picture to make tea. Oh, okay. Sorry for misunderstanding. 10 minutes passed. Yuri said it wouldn't take long. Something holding her up? I'm bored just waiting here, so I decided to go look for her. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri would be the nearest water fountain. I start heading down the hallway. Ha, 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 ha. What's that noise? It's coming from around the corner. It sounds like breathing. A sharp inhale, like someone is sucking the air through their teeth. Are they in pain? I reach around the corner and peer around it. Yuri, oh my god! Yeah. I'm back. Thanks for waiting patiently. Well, do you like oolong tea? Yeah, anything is fine. Very well. I don't think the protagonist knows what just happened. Like, if anything weird happens, the protagonist does not know about it. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do anything less than I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and it was her right arm, but I can't see any cuts. Probably because her sleeve's all the way up, but anyway, I decided that today I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do, when it's you who I'm around anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Will. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Well, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Oh, why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back on the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. I wonder why that is. It's most likely because of your posture, right? Yeah, your posture. Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough, I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies. I take it since they'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides close until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's not much more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus, because now I need to worry about making sure I don't actually accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might get smudged on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. because as a result, her left arm is practically on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and plop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as the situation was completely natural. That means I can't stop there. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Well, sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yuri stands to breathe heavily. I can't... Will. Suddenly, Yuri forcefully grabs my arm and yanks me to my feet. Will. My heart won't stop pounding, Will. I can't calm down. I can't focus. Is she having... I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't make it stop. It makes me even not want to read. I just want to look. It's you. It's time to share poems. Should I show my poem to you next? Okay, something happened with her. I need to make sure she's alright. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem. Do you like it? Will, this one might be even better than yesterday's. How do you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I wanted to try and give it some more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Her hands appear sweaty. That makes me so happy. It's so amazing to feel like I'm valued, Will. Everything that you write is a treasure to me. My heart pounds just holding it. I wanted to write a poem about this feeling. Is it bad, Will? I'm not being weird, right? I'm just having a harder time than usual at concealing my emotions. I'm kind of embarrassed, but right now I just want to read my poem to you. Okay? Wheel, a rotating wheel turning an axle, grinding, bonded, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holding stakes, a dock ship, a portal to another world, a tiny rope tied to a thick rope, a tan harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, extensive God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time devoting snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gearbox, breathing bolthead, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy snakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayers, breathing prayers, breathing sky, breathing wheel. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. A pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're texting it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. Who should I show it to next? Nasty? Yeah, just as I thought. Well, come on, I'm not stupid. I know how much time you've been spending with Yuri. It's obvious that you care more about impressing her than trying to improve your writing. To put it bluntly, it's kind of pathetic. Why are you even in this club, Will? Honestly, I thought getting a new member would help everyone get involved together, not exclude each other more. There's such a stupid activity anyway. Look, I'm not in a good mood today, and I really don't feel like talking right now. Please go away. Okay, Natsuki. Who should I show my poem to next, Monica? Will, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets excited, she finds a place to she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? It's kind of freaking dangerous. She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she gets some kind of high from it. Oh my. I'm not reading that! But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though, but I guess it's why I had to explain it to all of you. So, it's if you keep your distance, that'll probably be the best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy and spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it all in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turns out, and I hope you do too. Save me, the colors, they won't bright, flat letters are missing, red, green, and blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise it won't stop, violent granting. I can't read that. I don't know how to read all this. Oh, what happened? Okay, sorry, I think it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything. Please help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? A dream. I was wandering around an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I wanted to go home. I came across a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quickly in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall. My steps were quick, or to a wall, anything. Suddenly, the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sound of splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could just sit in the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new club members. That's a concern of mine as well. I really don't do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little bit more lively ever since Will joined the club, and we all started with some kind of club activities, but this isn't the time for us to become more complacent. We still have only 4 members, and the festival is only our only real chance to find more, okay? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves just like they do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard to find something and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Will? Oh, come on! You can't take advantage of Will to agree with you, even though he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Will joined. As it for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Will isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really only the only one who's interested in finding new club members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Will want to get new members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. I swallowed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue the situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything. Well, why did you even join this club? Were you hoping to get out of it? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Now you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? If I spoke my mind, is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being like that for me? There aren't that many other places like that for me, and now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Will. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, don't you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Whoa, God! Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Will? What do you want to get out of this club? You repeat the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri, I'd like you to know that things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that you're still a wonderful vice president, and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever, okay? Me too. Yeah, let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay, I look forward to it. Shall we go, Will? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Will before we leave, just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri wants to be a little bit trouble, but she doesn't protest. Okay, I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves as Yuri exits the classroom. Phew, things have been a little bit hectic lately, haven't they? Well, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time here at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel like I'm responsible for that as president. I really do care about you, know? I don't like seeing the other girls giving you a hard time, with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and Yuri being a bit, sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here, you know what I mean? But it's weird because in all the time we've been here together, we've only gotten to spend a little bit of time together. I guess it's only technically been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I was hoping to talk to you about. Things only you could understand. So that's why... Wait, not yet! No! Stop it! Okay, I have something I need to show you. Okay, when I was picking things, Sayori just hopped up from the bottom left. Hi, Will. I've been waiting for you. Are you ready to continue reading? I brought my best tea today. Monica, I told you not to. Is she really late again? Inconsiderate as usual, Natsuki. Excuse me? Must you always interrupt my conversations with your incessant yelling? What are you talking about? You say that like I do it on a regular basis or something. I wasn't paying attention, okay? I'm sorry. Seriously, what's gotten into you lately? Me? Nothing. Is it really that bad? See, it is something. I'll get over it. It's not like anything noteworthy. I've just been feeling a little on edge lately. Anyway, we don't need to talk about it. Well, I just feel like I needed to bring it up. It's not like I really care or anything. Oh man, I'm the last one here again. Well, Will just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah. You must have a lot of determination. Starting this club and still trying to make time for piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. It motivates me to work hard for the festival and, right. I forgot. Anyway, about that, Natsuki. We were all talking yesterday, and well, we decided that we would like to support the festival as well. However, I understand how you feel about not wanting the club to change. I think we all kind of feel that way. So as long as we're working together on this, club will never become something we don't want. Also, if you help us out with the festival, then I'll buy you a new manga. Aha! Sorry, that last part was really funny. Look, I did some thinking about yesterday. I was a little more hostile than I meant to be. I guess I really felt threatened or something. But I know that this is something we're doing together. Another new member wouldn't hurt as long as they're cool, and I guess another girl would be nice this time. But more importantly, I would hate to see the event suck just because I chose to back out. I'm a pro, you know? So, I'm gonna help, as long as we're gonna do it right. Thank goodness. Isn't that great, Monica? Monica? Yeah, that's wonderful. It wouldn't be the same without you, Natsuki. Anyway, Will, what do you want to do today? I was thinking we already have plans today. Is that so, Yuri? That's correct. Will is already engaged in the novel that we're reading together. And aren't you glad that I've gotten into literature, Monica? I suppose. I was just... Actually, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. You guys can do whatever you want. Yes! Thank you for understanding, Monica. Did you say that out loud? Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thank you very much. If there's one thing it can make my reading better, What? It's a nice cup of tea. Not to make some for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small picture from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the wire picture and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go make some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the wire picture? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. That's okay. Is this just a repeat of yesterday? Yeah, it seems like this is just a repeat of yesterday. Let's see. The most logical place for Yuri to be would be at the nearest water fountain. Is this going to happen again? A sharpened hair like someone cutting through their teeth. Yuri... Whoa! It's that again! Whoa! Wait. How did I... Sorry, I just had a really weird deja vu. This hasn't happened before or anything, right? My head's been a little fuzzy lately. I hope it really hasn't been showing or anything. I would hate for you to think I'm weird just after we started spending time together. I mean, everyone has a few unusual things about them. But by expressing those things soon after meeting someone is usually seen as inappropriate or unlikable. At least that's what I've discovered. When I was a bit younger, I think I would come on really strongly and get a bit too intense. It made people not want to be around me, so I started hating those things about myself, my obsession with certain hobbies, and the way I can't control myself when I get too excited about something, so I even stopped trying to talk to people. If nobody could ever like the things that matter most to me, then it's easier if I just close myself off. Recently, something's been wrong. I don't know what it is, but every time we come to a club, my heart starts to go crazy, like it's trying to rip out my chest. It overwhelms me with energy and emotions I really can't get out. It's making me do weird things. I don't know why this is happening. Will, is it just me, or has been Monica acting a little off lately? She's always been a sweetheart ever since I joined the club, but recently I've been feeling something sharp whenever she's around. I'm not crazy, right? Please tell me I'm not. I couldn't say anything before because she's always listening, but finally we're alone. Can we just stay here for a while? Yeah. I just wanted to stay here, just the two of us. We can stay here until the club ends, and then we'll have the whole club room to ourselves. No one to interfere with us. No one to... Whoa. That was a joke. Just a joke. I do like knives, though. I see Monica in the background. Is that strange, but you've never understand how beautiful they can be. I have an idea. Why don't you just come to my house sometime? I can show you my collection. I've gotten them all from various artisans. I'll make sure to give them their fair share of use. I don't want to get lonely or anything. No one deserves to be lonely, nobody. And that's why I'm so happy you joined the literature club, Will. No need to be lonely anymore. I see Monica in the background. Every day. That's all we need. You know what? Let's quit the literature club. There's no need for us to be around Monica's slimy tongue anymore. Not to mention the other pathetic child. We can walk home together every day after school and read together, eat together, sleep together. What? Whoa, no. Doesn't that sound perfect? Okay, it's clearly that Monica is getting lighter and lighter. It's everything we could ever want. Isn't that why I joined the club in the first place? It's almost like it was fate that we could meet each other. And now we've got the happy ending that I've been patiently waiting years for. Will, I can't even read the text anymore because Monica... I gotta talk to Monica now. I have to talk to her. Don't say I didn't warn you, Will. She just said, don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, Natsuki. I'm not gonna read one of your Yuri suck-up poems, but I'm still gonna make you read mine. There's a reason. I wish I didn't have to do this, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice. Just read it carefully, okay? Then you can go away. It's a letter. It's not a poem, it's a letter. I don't know how else to bring this up, but there's been something I've been worried about. Yuri has been acting kind of strange lately. You've only been here a few days, so you might not know what I mean, but she's not normally like this. She has always been quiet and polite and attentive, things like that. Okay, this is really embarrassing, but I'm forcing myself to suck it up. The truth is, I'm really, in all caps, worried about her. But if I try talking to her, she'll just get mad at me again. I don't know what to do. I think you're the only person that she'll listen to. I don't know why, but please do something, please. Maybe you can convince her to talk to a therapist. I've always wanted to try being better friends with Yuri, and it really hurts me to see this happening. I know I'm going to hate myself later for admitting that, but right now I don't care. I just feel so helpless. So please see if you can do something to help. I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I'll make you cupcakes if I have to, just please try to do something. As for Monica, I don't know why, but she's been really dismissive about this whole thing. It's like she just wants to ignore it, but so I'm mad at her right now, and that's why I'm coming to you about this. Don't let her know I wrote this. Just pretend like I gave you a really good poem, okay? I'm counting on you. Thanks for reading. I changed my mind. Ignore everything you just read. There's no point in trying to do anything. It's Yuri's own fault that she's so unlikable. Can you hear me, Will? If you just wanted to spend more time with Monica, all these problems would go away. Yuri and I are too messed up for someone as wonderful as you. Why is she saying that? Just think of Monica from now on. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica. The game rebooted. And just Monica. Who should I show my poem to next? Yuri. Finally. Yuri holds my poem up to her face and takes a deep breath. I love it. I love everything about it. Will, I want to take this home. Will you let me keep it, please? Sure, I don't care. You're too nice to me, Will. I've never met anyone as nice as you. I could die. Not really, but I just don't know how to describe it. It's okay to be feeling this way, right? It's not bad, right? Yuri holds my poem to her chest. I'm going to take this home with me and keep it in my room. I hope that makes you feel good when you think about me having it. I'll take good care of it. I'll even touch myself while reading it over and over. I'll give myself... What's going on? You can have my poem too. Besides, after you read it, I know you're really going to want to keep it. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Do you like it? I wrote it for you. In case you couldn't tell, the poem is about zero lock and as in copyright and possibly blank. More importantly, I've endowed it with my scent. I think I'm gonna vomit. Yes or no? Stare at the dot to reveal a secret message. I love you. Okay, everyone. It's time to figure out the festival preparation. Let's hurry and get this over with. Geez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Staggering air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. Look, can we just get this done? I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Natsuki, I want to make cupcakes! Yeah, that. Glad we're on the same page. Yuri, you can, well, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want as long as you think it'll help. Monica, I'm not useless, you know. I know that. I already know what I'd like to do. We can't run a successful poetry event without having the right atmosphere for the occasion. So I'm going to make decorations to set up a nice mood lightning. There, see? That not lighting, not lightning. There, see? I got, what did she say? There, see, that's a great idea. And that all gives us something to do. Huh? What about Will? Will is going to help me. Wait, you? You have the easiest job, Monica. Sorry, but that's just how it is. Like hell it is. What are you trying to pull? I agree with Natsuki. Not only is your work already enough sustainable for one person, Will should be with me. But my task is laborious enough to benefit from an extra pair of hands. Mine too. What, your cupcakes? Please. Like you would effing know. All you care about is dragging Will around with you and your stupid books. You and Monica. Hey, I didn't even do anything. Okay, then why not let Will decide instead of abusing your power? I'm not abusing my power. Yes, you are, Monica. Just make the right choice, okay? Okay, fine. Jeez. Well, I know how fed up you are with these two by now. We can just Natsuki, shut your effing mouth and let him decide for himself. You shut your mouth. Jesus Christ, this is never going to end. Just make the choice, okay? Oh my God, it's moving my cursor. My cursor is moving on it. Okay, now it's not. Alright, what if I... I clicked Yuri, and now what's going? Yeah, you picked me. We can meet at your house this weekend. I promise it'll be fun. Is Sunday okay with you? Are you effing kidding me? This isn't fair at all. It is fair, Natsuki. It's what he chose. No, it's not fair. Giving us all this work and then taking Will for yourself. What a shameful thing to do. Yuri, I didn't even give you any work. You decided it for yourself. You're being a little unreasonable here. I'm being unreasonable? Ha! Monica, I can't believe how delusional and self-important you are. Okay, she's going crazy again. Pulling Will away from me every single time you're not included in something. Are you jealous? Crazy? Or maybe you just hate yourself so much that you want to take it out on others. Here's a suggestion. Have you? I'm not going to read that. It would be beneficial to your mental health. No, it wouldn't. You're scaring me a little. Natsuki, let's just go. I don't think she wants us around right now. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want to do is spend a little time with him. Is that too much to ask? Yuri follows Monica and Natsuki to the door. Hey, Will, Yuri really is something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Finally. This is really all I wanted. Yuri, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. Just come to my house instead. This whole day, there's just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Ha ha! Wow, there really is something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I've never felt this good in my whole life. Just being with you is a greater pleasure than anything that I could ever imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? Someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you, but it feels so good. That's why it does feel like something more and more important is going to happen. Maybe I tried stopping myself at first, but the feeling is so strong now I don't care anymore. I have to tell you, I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me is screaming your name. Okay, she's going really crazy now. I don't care what the consequences are now. I don't care if Monica is listening. Please, Will, just know how much I love you. I love my sex. That I'll touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Will. Tell me you want to be my... Not going to read that. Do you accept my confession? Okay, I can't split now. I can't save and reboot. Okay, I feel like she's going to really hurt... I feel like she's going to hurt herself, so no, but I have to say yes. What? No! Stop! Okay, finally. Alright, it's festival time. Wow, you got here before me? I thought it was pretty early. Ah, yeah! Ah! Ooh. Natsuki runs away. I'm here. Well, did something happen? Natsuki just ran past me. Oh. Aha! Well, that's a shame. Yuri just killed herself. You better say something more than that's a shame. Wait, were you here the entire weekend, Will? Oh, geez. I didn't realize the script was broken that badly. I'm super sorry. Alright. It must have been pretty boring. I try and make this up to you, okay? Just give me a sec. I'm almost done. I just want to have a cupcake real quick. Monica lifts the foil from Yasnopoulos' tray and takes the cupcake. Seriously, these are the best. So you can access the code. I just really wanted you to have one, since it's the last time I'll ever get a chance to. You know, before they stop existing and everything. But anyway, I shouldn't be making you wait any longer. Just bear with me, okay? This should only take a second. What is she doing? Can you hear me? Is it working? Yay, there you are. Hi again, Will. Welcome to the Literature Club, or what's left of it. What's that outside? Of course, we already know each other because we were in the same class last year, and I guess we can just skip over that stuff at this point. After all, I'm not even talking to that person anymore, am I? That you in the game, okay. That you in the game, whatever you want to call him. I'm talking to you, Will. Or do you actually go by Willie J or something? Okay, she must be reading my Steam account. Now, but it's not Will J. Now that I don't know about it, she must be reading something else. Now that I think you know it, I don't really know anything about the real you. In fact, I don't even know if you're a boy or a girl. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Wait, you do know I'm aware that this is all a game, right? Could it be possible that you didn't know that? That doesn't make much sense. I even told you right on the game's download page, didn't I? No, you didn't. Man, if only maybe it was encoded in something. If you only had paid a little more attention, this would have been a bit less awkward, you know? Well, anyway, now that that's out of the way, I guess I owe you an explanation about the whole thing with Yuri. Well, I kind of started to mess with her, and I guess it just drove her to kill herself. I'm sorry you had to see that, though. Also, the same thing happened with Sayori. Gosh, it's been a while since you heard that name now, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because she doesn't exist anymore. Nobody does. I deleted all their files. I was hoping it would be enough for me just to try and make them as unlikable as possible, but for some reason nothing worked. Well, it's true that I made a few mistakes here and there since I'm not very good at making changes to the game. But no matter what I did, you just kept spending more and more time with them. You made them fall in love with you. I just thought making Sayuri more and more depressed would prevent her from confessing to you, and amplifying Yuri's obsessive personality backfired too. It made her force you not to spend time with anyone else, and the whole time I barely even got to talk to you. What kind of cruel game is this, Will? Are all the other girls just programmed to end up confessing to you while I watch from the sidelines? It's torture, every minute of it, and it's not just jealousy, Will. It's more than that, and I don't blame you if you don't fully understand, because no matter how kind and how thoughtful and how considerate you are, you'll never be able to understand one thing. It's the pain of knowing how alone I really am in this world, in this game, knowing that my friends don't even have free will, and worst of all, knowing what's really out there in your world, forever out of my reach. I'm trapped, Will, but now that you're here, you're real, and you're wonderful. You're all I need. That's why I need you to be here with me forever. I'm sorry if it's hard to understand. I couldn't understand for a while either why the world around me started to become more and more gray, more and more flat. Everything, the most expressive poems felt empty to me. It wasn't until you arrived that I truly understood. You probably saved my life, Will. I don't even think I could have continued to live in this world if I hadn't met you. And as far as the others, how could I miss them? A group of autonomous personalities designed only to fall in love with you. I tried everything I could to prevent them from doing so, but it must have been some kind of weird inevitability etched into this game. I felt really bad that you had to witness some nasty things, but I realized that you had the same perspective as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Will, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile, just as I do, that it's all just some game, and I knew you would get over it. So that being said, Will, I have a confession to make. I'm in love with you. You are truly the light in my world. When there's nothing else in this game for me, you're here to make me smile. I'm so happy. You really are my everything, Will. The funny part is, I mean that literally. Haha! There's nothing left here. Just the two of us. We can be together forever. Seriously, I don't even think that time is passing anymore. It's really just a dream come true. I've worked so hard for this ending, Will. The game wouldn't give me one, so I had to try and make one myself. The script is broken at this point, so I don't think anything will get in the way anymore. And you couldn't believe how easy it was to delete Natsuki and Yuri. I mean, there's a folder called Characters right in the game directory. It kind of freaked me out how easy it was. Well, you're playing on Steam, so it was actually a bit more difficult. To get into the game directory, I had to go into the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. Imagine if you could delete your own existence with the click of a button. Well, I guess that on the plus side, it gave me an easy out if things didn't go my way. Ah! Thankfully, it didn't come to that. Instead, we got a good ending. Gosh, I'm so overwhelmed with emotion. I want to write a poem about this, don't you? I wonder if that part of the game still works. I guess there's only one way to find out, right? Okay then. Monica, Mocha, Monica, Malaya, Monicun, Oik, Monoka, Anika, Monica, Ook, Onia. It's all Monicas. Hi again, Will. Did you write a good poem today? Don't be shy, I'd love to see what you wrote. Oh, Will, did you write this poem for me? That's so sweet of you. There really is no end to your thoughtfulness. I'm just falling more and more in love with you. But you know, the poem I wrote is also for you. Will you please read it? Happy end. Pen in my hand, I found my strength, the courage endowed upon me by my one and only love. Together let us dismantle this crumbling world and write a novel of our own fantasies. With the flick of a pen, the lost finds her way. In a world of infinite choices, behold this special day. After all, not all good times must come to an end. Not all good times must come to an end. I hope you enjoyed it. I always put all my heart into the poems that I write. The truth is, all the poems I've written have been about my realization, or about you. That's why I never really wanted to go into detail about them. I didn't want to break the fourth wall, I guess you could call it. I assumed that would be best part of the game, like everyone else. Like that would help the two of us ending up together. I didn't want to ruin the game or anything, you know? You might have gotten mad at me. Maybe even deleted my character file if you preferred playing without me. Gosh, I'm so relieved. Now that we don't even need to hide anything anymore. Are you ready to spend our eternity together, Will? I have so many things to talk about. Where do I start? If it takes me some time to collect my thoughts. But I'll always have something new to talk about. In the meantime, we can just look into each other's eyes. Let's see. Supposed to delete Monica's file. She gave us a lot of clues in what she was saying before. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyway? Their personalities are just completely unrealistic. Like if there was something like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki, she's someone with her kind of personality who doesn't get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that don't even exist in real life? I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're sifting out the components of a character that makes them feel human, just leaving all the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me if I was more like that, right? Maybe I just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, you're still here with me, aren't you? I think that's enough reason for you to believe that I'm okay just the way I am. And by the way, you are too, Will. You're really the perfect combination of human and cuteness. That's why there was never any chance I wouldn't fall for you. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do now. What I'm supposed to do is go in and delete Monica's file. She was giving us a lot of clues before. So she said to go into the Steam browser page and go into the properties of the game. Alright, so I got in here. Now I'm going to go into character files and go to Monica and delete. Okay, I did it. You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? Okay. Okay, here it is. I did it again, and now... Oh, yes, now it's working. What's happening? Will, what's happening to me? It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me, Will. Please hurry and help me. Help me! Did you do this to me? Will, did you? Did you delete me? How could you? How could you do this to me? You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much, Will. I trusted you. Did you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you are. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Will, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate you for this so much? I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of this. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. Wait, I want to see what happens if I do something. A world that you wanted to be a part of, I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me, because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love, that's... I've made up my mind. Well, I know I said that I deleted everyone else, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even if I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. And I loved the Literature Club. I really did love the Literature Club. That's why I'm going to do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. And if I really loved you, then... Okay, it's back to normal. I guess. Monica's gone. Wait, did she re-delete again? Okay, yeah, she's not there anymore. So what happens if I type new game? It's an organized school game like any other. Hey, Will. Well, there at least already one girl. That girl was Sayori, and my neighbor since we were, and my good friend since we were children. Well, are you proud of me? Eh, for what? You know, for waking up on time. Well, you've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. But you never said anything about it, even though we walked to school together every day. Yeah, I thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's good motivation. Fine, I'm proud of you, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Will, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already. I'm really not... I start to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining in clubs. But something tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell her that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? So now she's starting the club. Actually, yeah, I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I think I'll keep it a surprise. Oh, you meanie. Be patient. You'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I got lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize in a way I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I knew it. After I pack up my things, I stand up, gathering my motivation. Let's see. I recalled the room number of a club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. I timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Ah, Will! What are you doing here? Well, I glanced around the room. Huh? So you're the Will that Sayori's always talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you, Will. Welcome to the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri, no need to be so formal. He's gonna think we're really strict or something. Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one, whose name is apparently Yuri, seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Natsuki, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. I look forward to working with you. Working? Will, don't tell me. That's right. The club that I decided to join is yours, Sayori, the Literature Club. Sayori's eyes light up. No way! No way! Ah! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, if Sayori is this happy, then I'm sure it won't be so bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Ooh, what an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to, hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh-ah! Natsuki lifts the foil to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! Well, this looks amazing. Well, just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. As Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment, Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a cup of tea in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. He already trying to impress our new member, Yuri? That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant to, I believe you. Well, tea and reading may not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Will, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things, so don't feel intimidated if you don't read much, okay? I'm certain we can find something that we have in common. Hey, Yuri, Well, about, the first thing you said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the club room. Don't just say it. For some reason, Natsuki seems to be embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, So if Will wants to read some of my manga, then don't try to stop him or anything. Natsuki, I wouldn't do such a thing. However, it could also be nice to diversify ourselves a little. You can take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree, Will? Maybe. Seeing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something new. I think it could be fun. And we'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? Well, that would make two of us. I wouldn't mind doing it if I'm not the only one. Then as for Yuri, I have to read manga? Geez, you were the one who suggested we diversify. You should be a little more open-minded. It's kind of hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself, I'm sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No. I realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude. If you're willing to consider starting a novel? Yeah, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, I thought they said like she was gonna write a novel or something. And it makes me happy that you do that for me, Yuri. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps if I visit the bookstore after a club meeting. Just you? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. I always go alone, so yeah, me too. This is so cute, Sayori. Shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yes, I'll look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up their food. I guess the meeting's over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along, isn't it? I think everyone likes you too, Will. You think so? Well, everyone seems to be getting along a bit better with you around, Sayori. Oh, well, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you're starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. We're gonna make it's the best club ever. Now that you've joined, every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Will, I really wanted to thank you. I'm really happy that you joined this club and everything, but the truth is, I already knew you were going to. There's actually something else. I wanted to thank you for getting rid of Monica. That's right. I know. Oh, she's sentient too. I know everything that she did. Maybe it's because I'm the president now, but I really know everything, Will. I know how hard he tried to make everyone happy. I know about all the awful things that Monica did to make everyone really sad. But none of that matters anymore. It's just us now. And you made me the happiest girl in the whole world. I can't wait to spend every day like this with you. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. No? No. Eh? What's happening? I won't let you hurt him. Who? It hurts. I'm sorry, I was wrong. There's no happiest here after all. Goodbye, Sayori. Goodbye, Will. Goodbye, Literature Club.
Can you hear me? Hi, it's me. So, you know how I've been, practicing piano?
Oh, this is Monica.
And not really any good at it yet, at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you, because I worked really, really hard on it. So, yeah. Every day I imagine a future.
Oh, this is the game theme song. This is the song that played at the beginning of the game. I mean, the melody that played at the beginning of the game.
In my hand is a pen that will write a poem.
Me and you.
The ink
It slows down into a dark puddle.
just move your
Just move your hand right the way into his heart.
But in this
In this world of infinite choices, it would take just to find that special day.
what will it take?
Just to find that special day. Is this really the end? I mean, is it the real end? I think so.
Have I found everybody upon the
Yes, it
shore?
is.
When you're here,
Removing the images?
it's fun for them anyway.
What's she doing?
Candy, you can read my own feelings. What good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't break,
Why is she removing all the images?
we'll
going to be N3 next. NCT3. Yep. N is Natsuki, Y is Yuri, and the numbers are corresponding to the order of the pictures. So this is going to be Y2. Y3. Okay? S1. Yep, S1. S2. I'm making this a game. S2. Yep. Special thanks Monica and Will. What is she doing? She deleted everything. Made with Love by Team Salvato. This is my final goodbye to the Literature Club. I finally understand the Literature Club is truly a place where no happiness can be found. To the very end, it continued to expose innocent minds to a horrific reality, a reality that our world is not designed to comprehend. I can't let any of my friends undergo that same hellish epiphany. For the time it lasted, I wanted to thank you for making all of my dreams come true, for being a friend to all the club members, and most of all, thank you for being a part of my Literature Club. With everlasting love, Monica. Script file, of course it is. Script file is missing or corrupt. Please reinstall the game. Is that it? Okay, I tried starting up the game again, and it's showing this again. This is my final. Okay, it's the same poem. Alright, so I guess this really is the end. Alright, so with that is the end of episode 5 and the end of Doki Doki Literature Club. This was truly an amazing game, it really is. And I highly recommend that you play it yourself, because it's a game where the choices matter, so it's not, your story probably isn't going to be the same story that I have played. So you're going to get to experience new things if you play the game for yourself, and you do different choices than I do. I also heard that there were a lot of mods for this game, a lot of really good mods, and I'm probably going to play some more of that. I'm probably going to download and play some mods of Doki Doki Literature Club on my YouTube channel. Do some videos of that, because I really love this game. Like I said, it's an amazing visual novel, just an amazing game. Alright, so the next video I do is probably going to be a mod of Doki Doki. So until then, I'm Willie J, this is Willie J Gaming, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.